The community also has a growing young population, and so the school children, the students. Uh, what will you do going forward to make sure that that transition back to school and the needs, because I don't know about the child care, but it is going to be difficult for some families if both parents or single parents don't have access to that child care while the children still need it. So is there anything that you're going to look?
Well, childcare, I mean, I always gone for universal childcare. It's a chain. The parents cannot have to work two jobs, and the children have to be taken care of for the neighbor, or the mother has to come running to pick them up from the school, and because they don't have the luxury of having one job only, because they don't have enough to pay the rent. So it's a chain. We have to have universal health care that has a control. I mean, I said you cannot pay more than 30% of your salary in child care. I mean, it's a shame that we don't have that yet. But I mean, when you're talking about education, this pandemic, we were behind in education. We always been here in the Bronx. So imagine this pandemic. We have 200,000 students in the Bronx. Only 125,000 of those students were able to have a laptop or a smartphone or a computer in their home that they were able to attend remotely their classes.
Wow.
75,000 did not have a way to attend remote school.
Wow.
11% of our children never signed up for a remote class.
That's a very high number. I didn't know that.
Okay?
I'm sure the community.
So what I'm saying is the lost learning that we have had during this year is not going to recover in the next year and the year after next and the year after next. We're going to spend years trying to recover from the learning loss that we have had during this pandemic. And that I can't blame anybody in particular, because I mean, we never have had a crisis like this one, that it was a health crisis that became an economic crisis that became a social crisis. And there is nobody to blame per se, because I mean, we never went through a thing like this. But I mean, what we have to do is not a simple task. Because I mean, we are in charge of raising the leaders of the future, and we are failing them right now. We are failing them right now. And I think that people are not thinking, what is the gravity of this moment and how long it's going to take us to actually recover? Because when you're talking about education, you cannot just change the page and it happened. No. It was more than a year that was lost. So it's just, for me, my head every day is like going to explode, because many people don't know what is the severity of what we went through and what we have ahead, and that we have somebody with consistency and with the knowledge and with the strength to actually do this every single day for many years to come.